It's Thursday night. Here's what's happening right now on Apple Valley News Now, live at 5.
On this 24th anniversary of the terrorist attacks on September 11th, our very own Dan Hansen shares how the Tri-Cities community paused to honor the fallen.
Then, a day many will never forget. We ask residents to reflect on what 9/11 means to them.
And keeping every staff member on the same page, how the Richland School District is ensuring student safety is a top priority.
And let's go outside. Here's a live picture from our Skycam network. This is overlooking the mall in the Union Gap area out in Yakima County. Meteorologist Hayden Nix filling in for Stacy Lee. Will we see more rainfall as the weekend is right around the corner? Find out as the news at 5 starts now.
This is Apple Valley News Now at 5 on your side.
And thank you for joining us on this Patriots Day, Remembrance Day. I'm Austin Reed.
And I'm Wendy Redman. To mark the anniversary of September 11th, in the Tri-Cities, the community gathered at the 9/11 World Trade Center Memorial in Kennewick to pay tribute to the nearly 3,000 lives lost.
First at 5, Apple Valley News Now's Dan Hansen takes us to Southridge Sports Events Complex, where the ceremony began early this morning.
What so proudly we hailed.
From the first presentation of the colors at 6:30 a.m. to somber moments of silence, the Tri-Cities paused today to remember the lives lost on September 11th, 2001.
It's really just a great symbolization of not only the community effort. There are a handful of people here in the Tri-Cities that went over to New York City, but of course the way it affected our country and the way we just don't want to forget the lives that were lost that day.
Kennewick is one of only a few cities in the nation to receive an actual piece of steel from the Twin Towers. The 35-foot monument was built with the help of local businesses, volunteers, and the community, and has stood since its dedication in 2011. The 3-ton steel beam once used inside the World Trade Center, now it serves as a permanent reminder in Kennewick, not just of the tragedy, but of the resilience and unity that followed.
For some people in our community, especially our young people that were here from TriTech, may not have been even born by the time that event happens, but real proud to see that we're able to continue to celebrate and have this piece of that event here to rally around.
For me, I remember that day, I was sleeping. My father, who's a 30-year law enforcement officer, woke me up and told us we had been attacked. And I just remember watching the video footage and listening to the radio that day and thinking how horrible it was. So to be here and remembering all those that lost their lives is very, very important.
Firefighters rang the bell for what's called a 555, a traditional fire service signal known as the striking the 4 5s, a bell code of 4 sets of 5 strikes used to honor those who died in the line of duty. The ceremony closed with the lowering of the flag and retirement of the colors, a final tribute to the lives lost on September 11th and a promise to never forget. The memorial at Southridge Sports Complex remains open year-round for anyone who just wants to visit, reflect, and remember. In Kennewick, Dan Hansen, Apple Valley News Now.
Oh, just a powerful reminder in our very own community there. So again, I just want to reiterate, the South Bridge Memorial is open to the public all year, so that really gives everyone a chance to pause and reflect, not just today, but any day.
And Wendy, over in Richland, the weather today was very similar to how it was on 9/11/01 back east, which meant lots of people were out and about in the elements. We spoke with a number of people at Howard Amon Park who were out on walks and bike rides, maybe having a picnic. But today, all of the people had one thing in common. 9/11 was top of mind, and age did not play a factor. And when you heard the news, what went through your head?
I didn't quite know what had happened. I think I was in kindergarten. Yeah, I was pretty young. And we saw it on TV happen.
It's a sad day, but it's a positive day because now I think America's more planned for any kind of attack.
Coming up new tonight at 6, we're going to hear from more people, some who were not even alive when the terror attacks took place. Turning now to First Alert weather, time to check in with meteorologist Hayden Nix in for Stacy Lee tonight with a first look at how things are outside.
Absolutely. You know, we've been seeing the cooler temperatures this week, and a lot of folks are wondering, will that continue on into the weekend? Let's check in with Hayden.
Well, we're still tracking shower activity across the area at this time. Most of it, though, is concentrated in the blues here. Everywhere else off towards the northwest, back towards here in the Tri-Cities, it is a clear afternoon. But overall, we're still tracking a good bit of isolated shower activity moving across the blues and even seeing some lightning there. And we're watching that closely for any kind of concerns with lightning fires, but hopefully providing some much needed rainfall in that area. We are beginning to see the winding down phase of this current weather pattern we're in right now, with the overall rain chances down to less than 10% for most locations outside of the Blue Foothills and the Blue Mountain Pass. Lower Columbia Basin also at 10%. So we're going to keep it dry here for Yakima, Tri-Cities, Hermiston, Walla Walla, and Ellensburg, with readings down into the 60s by 10 p.m. For tonight, we will see those temperatures cooling into the 50s and some 40s. Tomorrow, warming into the 70s and 80s area-wide. As we continue into this weekend, we are going to see another round of rainfall coming in, so don't give up on it just yet. We'll talk more about it in a little bit.
Hayden, thanks so much. Kennewick School District School Board just reviewed its student test scores from the past 5 years, and math and literacy rates are currently lower than the district's targets.
New at 5, Apple Valley News Now's Caleb Stipkovitz tells you the steps the school board is taking to improve student learning.
It's been a busy start to the school year for the Kennewick School District, who is under new leadership this year after welcoming in Superintendent Lance Hansen. At the district's first school board meeting of the 2025-26 year, the board listened to a presentation outlining how students have been learning. New data was unveiled to the board about student reading and math levels over the past few years. The data showed that around half of K-12 students are meeting grade level state standards in literacy, and just about a third are meeting math standards. The district's goal is for an additional 3% of students to reach proficiency each year, but growth has been shaky for many grade levels. School Board President Gabe Galbraith says the district hopes to improve on those numbers this year.
We've got to implement things to ensure our kids get to the proper levels, and I definitely think we need to find some out-of-the-box solutions and ideas and essentially leave no stone unturned, I guess, to make headway there.
Galbraith says the district has updated its K-5 curriculum for both math and English, which he hopes can improve student proficiency. Superintendent Hansen says he is confident that Kennewick's teachers will help bring change in the years to come.
And collectively, if we get to the point where we know exactly what the essentials are that are lying, and we are intervening in those essentials, then the rising tide will come.
Although the school board doesn't have all the answers yet on how to improve student test scores, Galbraith says his team will continue to look for solutions. The board's next business meeting will be on Wednesday, September 24th. Reporting from Kennewick, Caleb Stipkovitz, Good Morning Northwest.
All right, Caleb, thank you. Kennewick's school board meets regularly on the second and fourth Wednesdays of each and every month.
Fall quarter will be kicking off at Columbia Basin College, and the need for food assistance on campus is higher than ever. The college's food pantry has been around since 2019 and has been receiving weekly shipments from Second Harvest as well as additional grant funding. But as student demand has grown, CBC moved the pantry into a larger space last year, giving them more storage and easier access for students.
More room, more facilities for freezers and fridges to get the food out there for students, and so they could come by and more accessibility. So we just saw that need and addressed it at that point.
Officials say the use has jumped from less than 100 students a week to as many as 300 some weeks. On the national front now, the deadly terrorist attacks on September 11th are a time in our nation's history that will never be forgotten.
Yeah, taking a look at what's happening across the country, you know, part of that promise was to never stop working to identify those killed that day. Lee Waldman now reports from New York City.
My mom was just a super woman who certainly should not have been murdered in that way.
It took nearly 24 years, but Paul Keating and his siblings have a new sense of closure after their mother, Barbara Keating's remains were identified. Barbara was on one of the planes hijacked by terrorists on 9/11.
They asked us for the DNA when they thought that there was a chance they found hair in a hairbrush, and she was on the short list, obviously, from the plane.
Barbara's remains were identified along with 2 others last month, Ryan Fitzgerald and a woman whose family is choosing to withhold her name. It's a part of the ongoing efforts by the New York City Office of Chief Medical Examiner.
This office made a very solemn promise to the families of the victims who were lost on September 11th, 2001, to do whatever it takes for as long as it takes to identify their loved ones and return them to their families.
So far, the OCME has identified 1,653 remains from the September 11th attacks on the World Trade Center in 2001. These latest identifications came from outreach to families for DNA reference samples and analysis using the capabilities of the city's DNA lab. Keating says they're eternally grateful for the work done by the medical examiner's office to bring them closure.
It's amazing. And yes, they did it milligram by milligram. They're still at it.
In New York, I'm Lou Walton.
All right.
Nearly 3,000 people lost their lives that day. The victims lived in New York, Washington, D.C., and 27 states.
Following this newscast, ABC World News Tonight with David Muir picks up on our coverage of the anniversary of 9/11 and also the manhunt for the shooter of Charlie Kirk.
Then be sure to stay with us live at 6 as we will have more local reactions on this day of remembrance.
Still to come here on the news at 5, the measures in place in the Richland School District to help prioritize safety.
And let's go outside. A live picture from our Skycam network. This is in Toppenish. Meteorologist Hayden Nix back with a full look at your first alert forecast. Stay right here.
I felt like there was just no answers to get out of the anxiety and the depression that I had.
I was suicidal all the time, thinking about it nonstop, every day, every moment.
Depression and anxiety rob millions of us of our day-to-day lives, but nothing seems to pull you out of it. Introducing NeuroStim TMS, Washington's leading provider of transcranial magnetic stimulation, or TMS therapy. At NeuroStim TMS, we treat the root of the problem with a series of short daily treatments. Using a non-invasive magnetic field, TMS activates the natural function of the brain's neurotransmitters to improve mood and regulate emotion. TMS is not shock therapy. It's an FDA-approved, easy outpatient experience and covered by all major medical insurances.
There's nothing better than just being able to enjoy life again.
The treatment just completely, fundamentally changed my life.
Visit neurostimtms.com today or call to schedule your free consultation at any of our 12 Washington state locations.
Workers and the families of deceased workers who worked at the Hanford site are now eligible for compensation for diseases and illnesses. This may be in addition to compensation already being received. Smart Law will be hosting a Hanford Workers' Compensation educational dinner at their Kennewick office Thursday, September 18th at 6 p.m. To register, call 509-735-5555. Dinner provided. Smart Law, smart choice.
The celebration might be over, but the red, white, and blue savings continue at More Furniture. It's your opportunity to take advantage of these historic savings before prices go up or your favorite pieces are gone forever. All bedrooms, living rooms, and dining rooms are on sale and include free white glove delivery of your entire purchase. You've worked hard all year. Now it's your turn to relax in style. More Furniture, where everyone buys more furniture for less.
Meet the Moore family. They switched from cable internet to Ziply Fiber and got so much more. Mr. Moore got more upload speed for next level gaming and live streaming to the masses. Mason Moore got even more done for his sneaker business, quickly uploading HD product demos and video conferencing without freezing.
Brad, you're on mute.
And now that her family doesn't need her for tech support, Mrs. Moore has more time to stream games into overtime.
Let's go!
Get more of what you love by switching to Ziply Fiber for $65 less per month than cable at ziplyfiber.com.
Josh Cobra, First Alert Weather on Good Morning Northwest from Apple Valley News Now, on your side.
Well, welcome back, everybody. In other news tonight, with school now underway, the Richland School District says student safety is a top priority.
Staff and students practice the standard response protocol each month, 5 drills covering situations like hallway incidents, severe weather, fires, or even serious threats.
The district also uses Parent Square to send families urgent updates via text, email, or through the app during emergencies. And they remind parents not to call schools or try to pick up students until it's safe.
Those safety protocols are given to the teachers by the principals before school starts to make sure everybody's on the same page. And then again, we drill those once a month.
Officials say preparation and communication help keep everyone safe. The Richland High School volleyball team is leaning on their strong team culture to prepare them for success this season.
All right, so Apple Valley News Now's Jake Gable tonight brings you inside the Bombers' spirit.
The word team can represent a lot of different things. For Richland volleyball, it means more than just playing the same sport as the person beside you.
Their ability to connect with each other is huge. You can have amazing athletes on a court, but if they don't enjoy being with each other, they don't win. So building that teamwork, the teammanship on and off the court is huge.
The captains echoed a similar sentiment about their team with how well bonded the team is already, something that they said came naturally.
I think we're just really connected. We all really get along. We all really enjoy each other. We all want to play. So I feel like our chemistry is great. I don't think we ever get mad at each other. We don't get mad at each other ever. So it's really great. I love being on this team so much. Yeah.
Head coach Valerie Anderson enters her 4th year at the helm of the program and has prioritized reshaping the values of being a part of the Bombers team.
I love seeing the culture of the program grow. When I took over, it was a little bit of a different culture, and we've worked really hard to change the face of what Bomber volleyball is. And these girls have done a phenomenal job making it a one big program. Our big saying is one heart, one team, one goal. And we're working as 4 teams under one big program, and everyone is pretty involved.
And they believe that their strong bonds on and off the court will set them up for a strong season.
I feel like it's kind of like really relieving to know that you already have the hard part of like bonding with your team done super early on, so that we can focus like in on the super small details like during games and practices and stuff.
And with the season still in its infant stages, that leaves more time for their skills to grow together. In Richland, Jake Gable, Apple Valley News Now.
The Bombers are coming off a season where they went 14-7 and are looking to build off of last season's successes.
From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Hayden Nix.
Well, of course, we're still keeping a close eye on the local wildfires in the area and the ones to our fellow states to the south, as they're still dealing with in California a pretty significant amount of wildfires there. And that is creating some pretty significant haziness in the atmosphere, which this is something we've been accustomed to for the last couple of weeks. But I just want to bring it back up just to talk about how this is going to continue to be a persistent issue in our forecast and for the area until we can get another weather pattern change, which is coming as we continue on into this weekend. So the rainfall activity that we've had earlier this week from one weather system, as it departs, we've got another one on the way that will help with this a little bit. It's not going to be a lot, but hey, we'll take anything we can get. We're still at an 8% containment on the Wildcat fire. Back up to what we're dealing with rain chances. We're going to see a taper off, as I mentioned, as we go into Friday. Saturday down to 0%, but look at what happens on Sunday, up to a 60% chance as yet another system moves onshore. So let's talk about it with the weather pattern here. As we go through the day tomorrow, most of this is going to be focused, if any shower activity does develop, down in the blues, and it's not going to be a lot, folks. But as we go into Saturday, another dry day, but pay attention to what's happening out west. We begin to see a low and a cold front associated with it moving onshore. And as it does so, we are going to see an uptick in the amount of moisture being pulled in from south to north, and it's going to give us at least a better handful of showers that will move through the region as we end the weekend heading into next week. where rain chances will once again taper off. So we're going to begin to see more of a limited rain potential, but still one more on the books. For tonight, rain chances, I'll step out and show you, less than 10% for most locations, really locked into the Blue Foothills and the Blue Mountain Pass, where anywhere from 20 to 40% will be possible. Friday's rain chances, less than 10% for most locations, with the exception of Blue Mountain Passes. But look what happens on Sunday. A significant increase in rainfall all across the board for everyone. We'll be watching how that continues to play out over the coming days. But another issue that may come up with this is check out the wind issue with that system as it moves onshore. We are going to see some significant gusts out there. So that will be another part of the forecast we'll have to monitor to see if it's going to exacerbate the issue with the wildfires in the region. We definitely don't want to see that kind of wind movement moving around in the area. Back to the top of the forecast for tonight, we are looking at those temperatures dropping into the 50s and some 40s out there. For Friday, we've got 80s on tap for most locations in the basins and the lower elevations, 70s and 60s elsewhere. Your 7-day forecast for the Tri-Cities area shows a 40% chance of rain on Sunday, 77, and it will be windy that day. Yakima, 40% Sunday, just a rogue chance on Monday. Temperatures in the 70s for both of those days. A mixtures of 70s and 80s on the maps here. Ellensburg, 40% chance on Sunday. Hermiston, 50% chance on Sunday after having highs in the upper 80s by Saturday. 76 on Sunday, 73 Monday, then low 80s next Tuesday and Wednesday. We could see a brief jump back to near 90 degrees though by next Thursday. Watch out for that. 50% chance for Walla Walla on Sunday for shower activity. We'll have low 70s Monday, upper 70s by next Tuesday.
All right, Hayden, thank you much. Up next, we're going to tell you about a meal program that's making the most important meal of the day more equitable. That's when we return with your Spotlight.
At Shriners Children's, we're home to the world's leading pediatric orthopedic care. Because so many life-changing advancements start here. We provide access to the best doctors and never allow your ability to pay for services to compromise the care your child needs. We're the first place to turn for the most common or complex orthopedic conditions. Home to possibility and empowering kids to achieve the extraordinary. Shriners Children's, the most amazing care anywhere.
In an instant, your world can shatter. At Quantum Legal, we understand injuries can be an immense burden, taking a toll on your body and leaving you drowning in medical expenses. Battling insurance companies without legal representation will make matters worse. We are committed to advocating for your deserved compensation. Quantum Legal, where compassion meets justice.
They say that breakfast is the most important meal of the day. Well, they are correct.
Your seasonal situationship is a pumpkin spice iced coffee for $2.29.
Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
With depression, it feels like every day you're just going through the motions. But what if you could get your go back?
Go with Auvelity.
Auvelity worked fast. Some saw relief in as early as 1 week. And Auvelity lasted. On average, significant relief was seen at 6 weeks. Antidepressants may increase suicidal thoughts and actions in young adults. Tell your doctor about sudden changes to mood, thoughts, or behavior. Don't take Auvelity if you have a history of seizure, eating disorder, or have abruptly stopped drinking alcohol, or taking benzodiazepines, barbiturates, or anti-seizure medicine. Serious allergic reactions can occur. Don't take if you are allergic to dextromethorphan, bupropion, or any of the ingredients in Auvelity. Don't take with MAOIs. High blood pressure, manic episodes, serious eye problems, and dizziness can occur. Report all medicines you take to avoid a life-threatening condition. Don't take Auvelity if you are or may become pregnant. Side effects can include dizziness, headache, diarrhea, feeling sleepy, dry mouth, sexual function problems, and excessive sweating. Ask your provider about Auvelity.
Go with Auvelity.
Do it all with Steel Battery.
Now is the best time to save big on over 40 hardworking STIHL tools. Hurry into your local STIHL dealer or shop online.
Tampa Bay takes on Houston Monday Night Football at 4 at a special time.
Hey, let's do the Spotlight at 5. The Ellensburg School District is helping to make access to breakfast more equitable to students and staff. Morgan Middle School implemented the Breakfast After the Bell program, and since then, the district says it's being embraced, going from 60 breakfasts a day to now serving 250. Hey, if you have an idea for the Spotlight, make sure you share it with us over on social media. What's next?
And when we come back, we're going to share and to smile with you.
At Bravo RV, we're gearing up for a huge event you will not want to miss out on.
The Forest River National Sales Event is on now. For a limited time, you can save big across our entire lineup of Forest River products. There's still time to get out, go camping, and make unforgettable memories. With Forest River, you'll find the perfect RV built for your journey and perfected for your stay. Don't wait. These amazing deals won't last long. Broadmoor RV, we make camping fun.
Got old electronics lying around? Don't trash them. Recycle them with Goodwill and eCycle Washington. From laptops and tablets to TVs and monitors, your old tech can be recycled responsibly for free at participating Goodwill locations. It's all part of a joint program that keeps harmful waste out of landfills and supports jobs in your community. Clean out your clutter, help the planet. Visit GoodwillOTC.org to find a Goodwill drop-off near you.
If your bath has seen a lot of life, nobody gives it new life like Bath Fitter. Whatever shape your bath is in, Bath Fitter will transform it with an amazing number of styles and watertight walls that are grout-free and easy to clean. With 40 years of experience, Bath Fitter knows what people want. An affordable remodel that isn't just beautiful, it's guaranteed for life. When it's time to give your bath new life, it just fits. Go to bathfitter.com to book your free consultation.
Right now, US Cellular makes it easy to switch and get $1,000 off any phone with no trade-in.
No trade-in? But we're willing to trade in our teeth.
Nope, you don't have to trade your teeth in or an old phone.
I like that.
Yeah, your parents get an amazing deal.
I almost lost this one.
Yeah, you get to leave your tooth under your pillow.
For me, it's Tooth Fairy time.
Get $1,000 off any phone with no trade-in, and we'll pay off your current contract when you switch. US Cellular, built for us.
The celebration might be over, but the red, white, and blue savings continue at More Furniture. It's your opportunity to take advantage of these historic savings before prices go up or your favorite pieces are gone forever. All bedrooms, living rooms, and dining rooms are on sale and include free white glove delivery of your entire purchase. You've worked hard all year. Now it's your turn to relax in style. More Furniture, where everyone buys more furniture for less.
It's early fall on the St. Joe River in northern Idaho.
There's a great hiking spot. This is a high-class fly fishing river.
An amazing fly the Northwest.
Couldn't get anywhere more beautiful.
Apple Valley News Now, Tuesday at 6.
Next DT.
Hi, I'm Reese Witherspoon.
And I'm Jen Aniston.
And we are here to spill the tea.
Our exclusive with the morning show duo. Next DT.
Tonight at 7 on Apple Valley News Now.
Let's get one last look at that forecast, shall we? Don't forget, we are going to see a tapering off of our current rain chances with the current weather pattern system exiting the area. Then as we navigate into the weekend, it's going to be the final part of it. We'll have another cold front moving onshore. This is going to provide our last hurrah of any rain chances for the next 7 days here, and a decent amount area-wide, might I add. But I also will say it's going to come with some windy conditions. We'll have to watch out closely to see if that's going to make our wildfire situation worse out there, with gusts anywhere from 40 to 60 miles per hour.
All right, we'll keep an eye on that. Thank you so much, Hayden. Hey, check out this reason to smile. This is a beautiful one from Chuck Lolis, taken a couple of days ago. But look at that, just amazing picture of the birds there. Love it so much. And thank you to Lifetime Dental for sponsoring this.
All right, World News Tonight with David Muir coming up next. We'll be back at 6, hoping your news is good news.
We'll see you in just a bit.